Oakwood is the premier amusement park in Wales. You definitely need a car to get here, and it's quite a ways from the UK's other theme parks, but is well worth visiting. Tucked among the trees, this park is an interesting ride lineup. There are 5 different roller coasters, including an acclaimed Woody and Megaphobia. Then this park complements that with a unique arsenal of non-coasters, including some wild water rides. In this video, I will rank this park's top 10 rides and attractions. Before starting, I need to note a few rides that will be missing from the list. I've only visited this park once late in the 2024 season, and there were a handful of rides closed. The most notable closure was Drenched, a colossal shoot-the-chutes ride from Intamin. This is the final Mega Splash model still standing. It features a 10-story tall, near-vertical plunge that I've heard offers some crazy ejector airtime. Then it produces a gigantic and soaking splash. Unfortunately, this did not operate at all in 2023 or 2024. The boat's restraint system is in the process of being overhauled. It stung seeing this closed, as this is one of my most sought out after non-coasters. I was also not able to try Bounce, the park's 150-foot or 45-meter tall drop tower. This was closed after an incident earlier in the summer. This is a rare Huss version. While the drops don't look to offer the usual freefall sensation, the sudden bounce effect at the bottom looks like it could offer some nice blasts of positive Gs. I was also not able to try the park's 2 dark rides. Witch Hunt is a haunted walkthrough that operates seasonally. Then the park's haunted dark ride, Spooky 3D, is in the process of being remodeled and has not operated in a few seasons. I also want to note that my visit was impacted by high winds. The UK was being hit with the remnants of Hurricane Ernesto, so the park was experiencing sustained 20 to 30 mile per hour winds and gusts up to 40 to 45 miles per hour. The Sky Coaster and flying scooters were closed for much of the day, but all the coasters thankfully were operational, but I believe they may have been running slower than usual, particularly Megaphobia. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the actual list. Number 10, Boating Lake. This is a paddle boat ride around the park's lake. It is a scenic and relaxing experience, and I like how close you can get to Megaphobia's first drop. Number 9, Snake River Falls. These are Whitewater West wet-dry water slides. You sit in a dinghy boat. The 2 open ones consist of a quad down. The drops are too shallow to offer airtime, but they produce nice speed and you can race. The enclosed ones are tamer. They do not have any notable drops, but the turns can induce some sway. These are not too soaking if you ride solo, but your butt can come off wet. Number 8, Creepy Crawler. This is a compact Pinfari coaster that previously ran at M&D Scotland. I was nervous it could be an uncomfortable experience, but I lucked out. I was tall enough my head cleared the top of the over-the-shoulder restraint, which eliminated any headbanging. Then I was not too tall that my knees were bashing against the seat back. These were 2 issues impacting others. My biggest issue was the lack of speed. It felt like this coaster would valley on each turnaround. While the drops are gentle, the pullouts are super tight and offer brief but okay bursts of positives, and the final helix offers some Gs as well. Number 7, Witch's Brew. This is a small Tubs of Fun ride from IE Park. While aimed more at kids, adults can ride, and the cars are exceedingly easy to spin. This makes it the park's most dizzying attraction by far. Number 6, Treetops Roller Coaster. This is a large Zier Tivoli coaster. This is a junior coaster with a comically long 20-car train, so if you sit in those rear rows, you are really pulled down the first few drops, resulting in nice laterals. The rest of the experience is fairly mellow, but I love this installation's location. As the name suggests, it has a wonderfully wooded location among the trees. Number 5, Skull Rock. This is a big country motioneering log flume. Placed in the Neverland section of the park, there is a little dark ride section. The scenes are static, and admittedly they look a bit cheap, but they still add to the experience. Then this ride culminates in a small drop. Not too thrilling, but it has a pinch of zip. Then that final splash can get you very wet. Number 4, BobSLE. This is a downhill sled on the hill in the center of the park. If you have a clear path ahead of you, you can get some solid speed in the descent. This makes the turns thrilling because you can drift on up them, and you can actually wipe out if you push it too hard. Number 3, Waterfall. This is a rare BobSLE aqua scoot. You have a sizable and fairly steep drop at the start. This offers a pinch of airtime, and it builds up some serious speed, and it is enhanced by the fact you're sitting on just a sled. Then you are shot across the water. Keep your weight forward, and you'll elegantly skim across the water. However, lose your balance, and you will comically wipe out, getting drenched head to toe. This element makes Waterfall just as entertaining to watch as it is to ride. Up next likely would be Vertigo. This is the park's 164-foot or 50-meter tall sky coaster. I skipped this due to the wind closure and the price, but I have ridden clones elsewhere. These rides offer incredible suspense at the ascent, and it's terrifying pulling the ripcord to initiate the fall. Few rides offer a scarier moment. That drop then offers a brief but pure free fall for the start. Then you gracefully swing back and forth, but that initial plunge is a rush and well worth trying if you've never been on one of these. Number 2, Speed No Limits. This Gerstlauer Eurofighter is the tallest, fastest, and steepest roller coaster in all of Wales. The start has some excellent ejector air time. There's the model's signature beyond vertical drop and a giant camelback. Then, the ride throws in 2 inversions, a vertical loop with some positive Gs and decent hang time, then a barrel roll that goes all in with fantastic hang time. The rest of the coaster is fine, and it thankfully is mostly smooth despite the over-the-shoulder restraints. The valleys in the first half just have some vibrations, but nothing that causes any lingering discomfort for me. And coming in at number 1 is Megaphobia. This is a CCI wood coaster that opened back in 1996, but it was extensively retracted and modified by Gravity Group in 2023. This restored the coaster to its former glory. The start has some great flagector airtime, particularly on that first drop if you're in the back row. The ride has some additional airtime moments, but they do decrease in strength as the coaster progresses. Then the ride has plenty of laterals start to finish. The turns are mostly unbanked, so they offer solid and sustained laterals. The later turnarounds and finale felt a bit sluggish for me, but this likely was caused by the wind. This still was a very fun and well-rounded coaster for me though. Those are the top 10 rides at Oakwood in Wales, at least the ones that were operational during my visit. As I noted at the start, there were some notable attractions down for maintenance, and I look forward to trying those on a return visit one day in the future. What are your thoughts on this list, or any of the park's rides? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this countdown, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you consider subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.